The little model, someone had the nerve to paint it. Every time we painted the Capitol, who would waste time painting something smaller than a dollhouse? Well, it proved to be an architectural treasure. When the experts came in and checked the little model, they found 15 coats of paint. So before you leave the room, make sure you look at the back of the little model. 5 different colors on the back, letting you know that our Capitol hasn't always been stark white as you see it today. That little model, computer generated down in Williamsburg. If you go back to this painting of our 3rd president by an artist named George Catlin, Mr. Catlin put 2 things in the painting that would make you want to know, well, why did he put that in there? The first one we've already discussed. That beautiful Doric column signifies that Thomas Jefferson designed the Virginia State Capitol. Mr. Jefferson never studied architecture. Wonder what kind of genius would he have been had he studied. Every building associated with Jefferson's name is an architectural treasure. The Virginia State Capitol, the University of Virginia, Monticello where he lived, just to name 3. The other item in that painting, that historic document he's holding in his left hand, that signifies that Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. Now look at this document behind me, and this will answer your question. This document behind me is a copy of the 1818 Declaration of Independence. We were told they only printed 24 copies, and so we wanted to know, well, why would you stop at 24? The easy answer must have been 24 signers of the Declaration of Independence. We quickly dispelled that rumor. 7 signers came from the state of Virginia. So through research, we found there were 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. Still didn't know why they stopped at 24. But through further research, we found in 1818 there were 24 states. Makes sense? 1 copy for each state. Now, 2 ladies came in here and challenged me to show them Jefferson's name on the document. Busted! Nobody had ever asked me to show them Jefferson's name on that document. I hadn't even thought to look for Jefferson's name on that document. So I had to confess, man, I don't know where Thomas Jefferson's signature is on that document, but I'll be glad to look. As I ran to the table, I'm thinking, 56 names. How am I going to find that one? Well, just as I got back here, it jumped out at me. Here's Mr. Jefferson's signature. It looks just like the signature that we saw on the pedestal down on the plaza level. And when I pointed to it the first time, it dawned on me, all of these are the Virginia signers. George Witt, Richard Henry Lee, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Harrison, Thomas Nelson Jr., Francis Lightfoot Lee, and Carter Braxton. Now, I don't want you to be caught without knowing where Jefferson's signature is on this document. And I can guarantee you that you will always know where Mr. Jefferson's signature is. Look whose signature is at the top of the document. The largest, boldest signature on the document. You've heard grown people say, put your John Hancock on this piece of paper. Well, John Hancock served as the chairman of this committee. He wrote his name the largest and the boldest so that the king could read it without his glasses. So all you've got to do, find John Hancock's signature, scroll down to the second set, got Thomas Jefferson. Now, I want you to promise me that you're not going to lord that over your parents when you get home this evening. I know that Thomas Jefferson's signature is on the Declaration of Independence. And for God's sakes, don't ever lord it over a teacher. You're going to get me in big trouble. They might put the bracelets on. I'm depending on it. Look at the gentleman to the left of Mr. Jefferson. That is George Mason. George Mason wrote the Virginia Declaration of Rights, which became a part of our national constitution. To the right of Mr. Jefferson, you've got one of the Clark brothers. Now, all of you heard of the Lewis Clark expedition, where they went west with the Indian lady, Sacagawea. That was William Clark. This was his brother, George Rogers Clark. George Rogers Clark did explorations west of the Allegheny Mountains. Now, here on the east wall, one of Jefferson's cousins, John Randolph. My very favorite in the room, the gentleman on the back wall. That is Henry Clay. Now, Henry Clay is known as the Great Compromiser. Henry Clay was born a Virginia statesman, became a Kentucky statesman. The amusing thing about Clay, Clay said, "I'd rather be right than be president." Guess what? Citizens of this country let him be right. 3 different times he ran, never president. Look at that magnificent clock over on the south wall. That clock was a gift to the Commonwealth by Lady Astor. Lady Astor? Lady Astor was the first woman to serve in the British Parliament. I thought we'd been trying to distance ourselves from Great Britain since day one. Why are we displaying a clock from someone who served in their parliament? Well, Lady Astor was born in Danville, Virginia. When she sent us that clock, she's trying to keep her Virginia roots alive. Now, I'm going to ask the people on that side, if you'd like to look out on the south portico, look at those columns. Think about it. Huge pine trees, handmade brick, stucco. I'm going to ask the people on this side, look at the back of the little model. See 5 different colors we've gone through in our 230-year history. If you want to flip-flop, that is fine, except you remember our rule, eyes and ears only. When you finish looking, meet me out in the rotunda. At that time, I'll show you that 5-foot thick wall. Let's move.
Daddy. Daddy.
You want to look at the big columns with everybody else?
I did.
Are you taking pictures again?
No, I'm taking a video.
Still doing a video? Okay. Why don't you stop for a while? And you're going to get to it and start up again. Stop it.
That person says,
I'm going to do it the whole time.
I'll edit it all together later.
Is it on that clock? And it was right. Okay. I've got it.